So welcome to the party. We're super excited to show you guys our brand new project. We spent the last year building it, and we're going to be able to make you guys a crazy discount offer as well. We're going to show you guys the project we've been working on for the past year, how it works. Warner's going to walk you guys through everything that goes into making it happen, and you'll be able to get early access, a special discount, and a crazy bonus that will expire at the end of the launch party. So make sure you hang out and enjoy the show. So here's what some of your favorite Amazon stars are creating. I think a couple of these guys are actually in here with the chat tonight. So they've seen how the software works. Telling you guys you don't want to miss this one. Gave my boy Casey a sneak peek as well. And then Corey was actually one of the first people to know about the software and give us feedback on it as well. And then some of our early testers as well. My boy Tony was loving it. Disgustingly fast. Love this feature. Can't wait to show you guys how all of this works tonight. And then one more here. Loving the features of the software. Dashboard is really awesome as well. Little hint there on the screen as well as to what goes along with it as well. Let me know. Do you guys have a guess on what the secret software project is? Wrong answers are allowed though. AI Prep Center, okay. AI sourcing, fixing Disney Star Wars. Now that's our next project. Okay. OnlyFans, no. Okay, we've seen actually a couple correct guesses so far too. Couple correct guesses so far as well. So I'm not going to tell you guys which ones yet, just quite. But we're gonna dig into all that stuff tonight as well, guys. And then just prior to getting started, if you're unfamiliar with Warner and I, a little bit about ourselves. So we both started selling on Amazon years ago, as well as documenting our journey on social media. This was me in July of 2019, about 5 years ago, just getting my first couple sales, right? And then also shipping out a nice little shipment there a couple years ago, right before my first big Q4 months. And we're literally born and raised in the Amazon community, guys. Literally born and raised here, right? And we just, got started with everything a couple years ago, documented our journey on social media. We're able to meet and connect with so many other Amazon stars, and we're super excited to be able to give back to you guys tonight, save you guys a bunch of time, and save you guys a bunch of money with our new software tool. And you can see a lot of FBM wealth printed. You guys know I love printing the FBM wealth throughout the years. Also been able to do our other software project, SellerAmp, and go to a bunch of Amazon seller conferences and actually get to meet some of you guys live in person as well. There's Al from SellerAmp. There's Jazz Hustles, who's another awesome Amazon seller creator as well. And we want to give back to the people that helped us so much. The community that nurtured us, helped us get going. And we're just so blessed to be in the position we are. And we want to provide the best tools possible for you guys like we did with SellerAmp. And we're here to do it again tonight. And it's bigger than just bars, boxes, and bolos. This was with some of the gang at Miami Sellers Conference. I think Dee's in the chat with us tonight. You guys know Parker, Pete, Max, Will, Aaron, Garrett from social media, some of the other friends we've met through this space. Literally lifelong friendships just through online communities like we have tonight. And we're just so thankful. This was Garrett's wedding a couple months ago, as well for what we've gotten through the Amazon seller community and what it's provided for us. And we're excited to give back as much as we can, like we do every day with our free content. It is the people at the end of the day, right? This was a big meetup we had of sellers in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania back in December. Love all these guys. And this was back at the Miami Sellers Conference in March as well, right? The community helped us find financial, time, and location freedom, right? As well as empowered us to help lots of people do the same, right? So guys, who here uses SellerAmp, right? Because we already provided one awesome tool for Amazon sellers to help with product research. Give us a W in the chat if you're a big fan of SellerAmp as well. So give us a little W in the chat too, as well. See, my car's ready. Source list, got you. Like, it's so beautiful. I recognize your guys' names from the streams, the roadmap, from all that Tampa Bay pick you're in here too. Absolutely, let's get it. Right. So let's go back to July 2023. Right. We thought to ourselves, what problem is the Amazon community currently dealing with, and what are they overpaying for? Right. That's the $1 million question. Right. We're tired of you overpaying for clunky and outdated tools with no real substance, personality, or community that raise prices constantly, cut their affiliate programs with the users that supported them from day one, and don't value user feedback. It's time to say goodbye to all that stuff, right? And tonight, we want to save the community a bunch of time and money, right? We promise the suspense will end very soon. I'm more excited than any of you guys. I know Warner and I have been working on this for a while, right? Sending inventory to Amazon can be a little confusing sometimes. We've all been there, right? As beginners, we've all been there, right? I'm sure you guys have been there too. Trying to navigate around Seller Central, trying to send products off to Amazon, managing your inventory can be a little bit confusing, right? There is finally a simple and affordable way to manage your prep workflow in terms of sending inventory to Amazon, right? Welcome to Boxem, by far the fastest and most simple way to send products to Amazon. This was me before trying to deal with all of Amazon's rules, everything like that, right? Boxem was created to simplify your shipment flow and help you save a lot of time, help you save a lot of money, and not be confused in the send to Amazon process. And Boxem is a fraction of the cost of other tools and exactly what the everyday Amazon seller needs to save time and money. And if you stick around to the end of the show, we're going to make you a crazy, insane offer at the end. So do you guys want to see us do a shipment on Boxem live? Give me a Boxem in the chat. So that's where the boxes came from. You know, we've been spamming them, right? We've been spamming them, but that's where they come from. I did just tell you. Yeah. Yes, Boxem, Boxem, Boxem.com, Boxem.com. Right there, Warner. Are they ready for this, man? Are they ready for this?
They seem pretty excited, man. I'm loving seeing the Boxem spam. It's so fun to be able to say that in public, man. I'm excited to show you guys what we've built.
I can't tell you how many times
I'm very excited.
Warner had me up against the wall. He's like, "Don't tell him." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna save it for the
family." Chat is like broken right now, Miles. Like, look at the chat. It's broken. I'm so hyped to show you guys this. So, sweet. So I'm gonna just dive in. I'm gonna show you guys kind of a full walkthrough of building a shipment with Boxem. We'll give Miles a little water break here, and then we'll dive in, and I'll show you guys how this works. So awesome. So this is Boxem, the first ever live look at Boxem. We are super excited to finally kind of show you guys how it looks. Show you guys the dashboard. So this is my Amazon account, right? So a little bit high stakes for me. I'm sharing the actual Amazon account. Hopefully no products or anything like that gets leaked, but should be an awesome little look at what we can do basically, right? So this is the dashboard. We can basically show you all of your sales and orders and estimated profit, refunds, all that good stuff, right? And this is literally day one, what we got for you guys, right? So one thing we're going to keep emphasizing is this is a tool for the community, right? We're going to build this out, and we've already been able to build a lot of awesome features that Amazon sellers have suggested to us. And it's been super fun seeing the feedback. And we want to build this for you guys, right? We're going to be here. Miles and I, we're excited to build you guys the tool of your dreams to manage your inventory, right? So I really want to focus on creating a shipment, because day one, we have the best shipment flow process, bar none. It's not a question. I've been using it. It's so fast. It's easy to use. My prep center has been loving it, all that kind of stuff, right? So let me just go ahead and dive in, and we're going to go ahead and create a shipment, and you guys can see how easy it is to get all this set up. So let's go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and create a shipment right here. This is the simplified shipment creation process, right? So we wanted to take away a lot of the massively, overcomplicated and things that just slow you down in your workflow. So we really streamlined everything, did a lot of stuff on the back end that kind of saves you steps in the process. So I'll show you how that works, right? So let's just go ahead and make this shipment live. So let's just go ahead and do, testing live. And we're going to be doing just a small parcel shipment here. Let's go ahead and start breaking it down, right? So shipment name, obviously you're going to go ahead and select that FBA shipment. This is where you can select your ship from address. So if you have a different prep center you want to ship from, or different addresses, you can always switch between that. That definitely would leak some info there if I show that. So I cannot change this, but right now we're going to be shipping out of Albuquerque. Some of you guys probably recognize the address. And then right here, we can also do small parcel or LTL. For the first example, we're just going to dive in with a small parcel shipment. And right down here, this is where we get into the really fun stuff, right? So for our shipment, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a case packed shipment. This is kind of an awesome way to do your shipments within Amazon when you have a lot of kind of a couple items, basically. And it also kind of helps you avoid split shipments and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be showing you how that works, and all TOS compliant, all that kind of stuff. Don't need to worry about breaking the rules. This is all going to be an awesome thing for your account, right? So let's go case packed. We can also switch it to individual if that's how you like to ship your items in. We can have Amazon label it for us, or in my case, we're just going to go ahead and label these products live with you guys. And then right down here on box contents, we do have 2D barcodes. This is something that I was massively underrating in my own Amazon business, and we're super excited to introduce you guys to 2D barcodes at a much, much more affordable rate than before. So basically, this allows you to embed your box content information on the page itself, right? So when you print out those FBA box labels, you're going to be able to have those 2D barcodes right there. When Amazon scans it, they're going to say, all right, Alex shipped me. This is exactly what's in this box. And it's not officially confirmed by Amazon, but it's more or less from evidence we've seen that you are able to get items checked in faster at Amazon, right? So that's going to be a massive benefit. If you want to go the traditional route, and just kind of do the regular box contents, we can do those Boxem provided box contents. With you guys today, I'm going to do the 2D barcodes though. Right down here, this is something that's awesome. When we go through the workflow, I'm going to show you why this is going to be an awesome new feature. It saves you a lot of like writing on boxes with Sharpies and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. It allows us to print our FBA box labels as we basically create the shipment. And right up here, we can go ahead and start setting our autofill list prices, right? So whenever you're shipping items into Amazon, there's no reason to be, lowering to have the price right at the buy box, right? You want to set it above the buy box so that if the price goes up and you bought a really awesome item, you don't want it to check in day one, it sells and you waste profit that you could have made, right? So I like listing well above the buy box, and then as that item checks in, I'll go ahead and lower the price. So Boxem just kind of does that automatically for me. Previously, I was like having to use some like Excel and like tell the prep center and when I was prepping shipments, like, oh, this is about 50% above the buy box and all that kind of stuff. But now we can kind of bake that in for you guys, right? And I also want to go ahead and include our buy box, our buy cost input. I'm going to go ahead and include our suppliers right here. So we want to start storing that information as we, or as we're going through, right? Yeah, Cody, you're liking that listing above the buy box. So we want to start having that information stored in our SKUs, right? And we also want to go ahead and store the date purchased. These settings are all kind of up to your personal preference. Play around with it. I'm sure you guys will be able to experience it over the coming days here. So let's go ahead and create this shipment, right? So the first thing I want to show you guys is how fast the actual search process is, right? I know with existing tools on the market, like it can be really slow, like it takes forever to load, but like literally I have to type really fast or it like leaks products that are in my inventory, right? So let's go like 32 degrees. Let's try like pants. And then it's going to pop up right there, right? So, shirt. And then we got, another thing popping up right there, right? So super, super fast search. We're able to get that taken care of for you. And I want to add 2 different items to this shipment that we're going to work on right now, right? So this is a SKU that is currently in my inventory. It's a good idea to kind of restock a lot of the existing SKUs that you do have. So you can see here's leaking where I bought this product. That's okay. I'll leak that for you guys here. So let's go ahead and replenish this product. And let's say we bought these for $9. I bought them for about $8 when we actually bought them. Let's say we have 40 of these, and then we can fit 20 per case, basically, right? So that's basically just how many do you want to fit in each of those boxes. And I'll kind of show you through the shipment creation process how that works, right? So let's just go ahead and throw in like a test supplier. You can add whatever suppliers. You can also type out a new supplier in that box. Date purchased, I'm going to go with today. And yeah, I'm seeing some comments about how fast it is, right? So like that was a big focus. Like we want to save you guys a ton of time in the shipment creation process. So this is definitely going to do that for you, right? So we can also see all of the offers we have available. That'll show you like who has the buy box basically, and different buy boxes per fulfillment method as well. So if you're, wanting to do FBA right here, we can see that we've got that buy box at $19.49. You can also see a little bit more details about the item. But just like the essentials, right? You can see exactly what you want to see, and it's not overwhelming. You're not looking at a bunch of stuff that just simply doesn't matter, right? So let's go ahead and add this into our batch here. Then we'll also go ahead and add another product, right? So we added that product. Let's go ahead and add a brand new product to our catalog as well. So these are $40. Let's say we got them for $15. Got another 40 and 20 fit in each case, basically, right? So let's do the same thing. So just a little test supplier. Let's throw on our date purchased. And yeah, this should be good. If you're shipping any like groceries or anything like that, you can also put the expiration date here. So we can just kind of toggle between years and all that. This is also all these date boxes are, you can just type in it and it instantly kind of updates for you, right? So let's go ahead and add this to our batch as well. And we'll keep rolling from here. So sweet. Obviously, a lot of you guys would have a ton of products that you're going to be shipping in. Hopefully, you're filling up those profit boxes on the way to Amazon. But in this case, let's just go ahead and do these 2 different shipments. And yeah, we're basically going to go ahead and continue on here, right? Another thing you can do is you can like edit those shipment details if you really need to. You can kind of check that all right there if you change your mind about anything or something like that. But let's go ahead and continue on. And we're going to submit this to Amazon and watch how fast this goes, right? So submit to Amazon and done, right? So now we've submitted that shipment to Amazon. Based on the cases that we told Amazon, it said, hey, we want 20 of these at Fort Worth. We want these 40 at, I don't know if I know where that is. And then 20 of these here, right? So it's basically just showing us all those different destinations that Amazon wants us to send these to. And so if you don't like that or anything like that, you could decline some of those. Amazon might assess some fees or something like that. So I'd really recommend confirming all of them, but the option is there for you. if you do that in your own business. I know some people like to do that, so we wanted to put that in the software for you. So right here, we've got all these confirmed. Let's go ahead and continue on. And now we're going to show you the really, really fun part. And I want to go to the shipment that has multiple items just so I can show you the cool part here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use assign right here. And we're also just going to go ahead and create a new box here, right? We can also just go ahead and assign these products. So if you have multiple boxes here, I'll show you basically how it works, right? So if you have multiple boxes and you're just going to be splitting it across all the boxes evenly, we can do that, right? So split across 2 boxes, save, all of those box contents are done, right? We can also do the same thing over here, right? So let's just go ahead and assign. We'll split those across the 2. And then sweet. So I don't know why you'd want to do that, but just kind of show you how the splitting process works. There's also a very cool bulk assign that I'll show you guys later. That's a major game changer. But let's go ahead and also set our box dimensions and weight. We got about 20 shirts in here. Let's just, for the sake of example, let's call these 25 pounds and 25 pounds right there. And so this is where we start getting into printing stuff out, right? So I don't know about you guys, but when I first started setting up my printer and getting stuff working, like it took me so much time, but we wanted to make this as simple as possible for you. So at this point, we need to start printing our FN SKU labels, right? Right now, a lot of your workflow might be you print the FN SKU labels all the way at the very end, or you're printing them as you list the products. And neither one of those really makes a lot of sense, because if you're printing the labels as you're listing the products, you're touching it an extra time, right? So that wastes your time. And so what we did with Boxem is we made the box contents step both of those things, right? So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and print these FN SKU labels. And I've got my Rollo set up right down here. I'll show you guys kind of how to configure all that. You can see, I don't know if you can hear that, but we got 20 labels printing out right here. So bang, we got 20 labels on our FN SKU labels right there. We would just go ahead and throw those on the product and you'd be good to go, right? Same thing goes right there. Take those FN SKU labels, throw them on the outside of the product. If you've ever done an FBA shipment before, I'm sure you're very familiar with those FN SKU labels. But the reason why we put it in this step in the process is now you say, hey, here's everything that I want to send to Amazon. And then we can kind of help you say, all right, pick this up one time and then put it immediately down into box 1 in the case of this item right here, right? So sticker that item, put it right down into the box. You never have to touch that item ever again. The other thing that we can do here is print our FBA box labels on this exact step. So when we do that, we can just go ahead and immediately stick that box label onto that box 1, right? So instead of doing it way later in the process, and I don't know about you guys, like I was always writing in Sharpie on the box, say like box 1, it weighs 25 pounds. I'd have to go back after I got the labels from Amazon. No more. You're gonna be able to print out those FBA box labels right here and immediately slap it on the box. It says box 1 right on the label, so you can see kind of exactly where you are in the workflow. Another just kind of more like technical side, like I was talking about, as far as getting those labels set up, right? We have some really cool features with Boxem Print, which is our software on the back end that basically helps us kind of detect your printer. We can kind of figure out like the right label size and all that kind of stuff for you. So yeah, we can hop in right there with Boxem Print. I'd really recommend you get that set up before you start shipping out your first shipment. And right here we can also, if you like ship on, the off-brand labels, you're trying to save some money, I totally get it. You can also force a different size of label. So if you end up with a slightly smaller label or a slightly bigger label, you can adjust this and it'll print out like that exact size label for you. So it's just like a minor thing, but that's something that helped me a lot. It helps just kind of new sellers when they're trying to get all that set up. Previously a lot more complicated than it needed to be, right? Same thing goes down here for box labels, basically. We can kind of configure all that, and that's the boring side of things, though. Like you guys didn't come to learn about settings, but we made that as simple as possible for you. So we wanted to just kind of streamline that for you. I can show you some of those box labels as well, but I got to switch over the label printer here. So let me just go ahead and pop that open. I was practicing my reload earlier today because I'm just using one Rollo for both labels. So let's see if we can do it in record speed here. Let me know if you think you got a faster Rollo reload speed than me. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and print out those FBA box labels. And sweet. Let me go. This one should get it right here. Nice. So just so you can see what I was talking about, how it says box 1 on the label right there. No more do we have to write in Sharpies and all that kind of stuff on the box. It's all kind of done there for us, right? So we take those box labels, slap them on the product, and you are all good to go here. So we've got all this kind of finalized. Let's go ahead and continue on and submit this shipment to Amazon, right? And since we did 2D barcodes, that's all going to be on the actual page. We're basically telling Amazon exactly what's in the shipment there, and watch how fast this goes, guys, right? I don't know about you, but I always have to wait like 5 or 10 minutes with other softwares for it to actually submit to Amazon. So I want to show you guys how fast this is. I was recording some stuff, and there you go, right? Earlier, I wasn't even able to like finish my sentence before it's submitted to Amazon. So that's done. It's submitted to Amazon. We're ready to go in here and start buying our labels to ship it off to Amazon here. You can see it's a 50-pound box right there. We can accept those shipping charges. And then, once we do that, we take that UPS label, we slap it on the box, and we drop it off, right? And then you just do the exact same thing for your other shipments. You create that box. You can do the bulk assign as well. I'll show you a really useful thing for this later, but we can do, basically we got 20 units per box. We can do save, and we got one box there, of course. So we can do save and print label. And so you can see that did it all at one time, right? So I did it, and it added those 20 units to that box. And right there, you can see it immediately printed that box label out for me. It was even faster that time, right? So let's go ahead and continue on. I'll show you again like how fast this stuff submits to Amazon. Same exact thing. We buy the labels from UPS, and it makes us so much faster at shipping products. I know, especially with my prep center, they're doing a ton of prep work, and they're talking about how much time it's already saving them. So I'm super excited to see you guys save a bunch of time with Boxem as well. So that is creating a small parcel shipment. I want to go ahead and hop back over into our slides here. I've got plenty more Boxem demo to give you guys here. Let me just go ahead and hop in here, right? So I want to break down what else Boxem can do for your business. Just want to make sure you guys can see the slides. Awesome. Sweet. Let's go in. And sweet. So some of this stuff I just couldn't screen share with you guys because it just shows way too much, but I want to break down what it does, right? So we also have an inventory management tab of the software, right? So you can see right up here, I was just searching for book products that were in my Amazon store. I can see what it was listed at, how much I have in stock, what my average buy cost is. So you can quickly just kind of audit what you have a bunch in stock of, what is your most expensive products, where you have a lot of buy costs baked in, that kind of stuff. We can track our shipment progress. So this is basically showing me all the incomplete shipments that I was working on. See, I've been doing a lot of making videos and that kind of stuff on the back end. All that kind of stuff is ready for you guys as Boxem users as well. We can also monitor those shipments in transit. So here's some shipments that literally we were shipping out with Boxem. These are my actual products on the way to Amazon right now. You can see how many units were in it, how many have been received by Amazon, where it is in the process. So like this one's still on the way. These are just receiving, that kind of thing, right? And we can also see the inbound and closed orders, right? So this helps me see of these closed shipments, which ones I might need to track down some inventory on, right? So it helps you basically reconcile shipments that have already closed. So all these 100% received, this one right here, 0% of my units received. I got to go, open a case with Amazon basically, right? So just kind of gives you a nice little quick view at all the shipments that you got going out. So you can, open up cases, whatever you got to do with Amazon there, right? So I want to show you a quick little side-by-side. Something on the right might look familiar to some of you guys. So let's list the same product on Boxem with an existing tool that a lot of you guys are probably stuck with right now, right? So Boxem over here on the left, we're getting close to done. The recordings were literally like half the time. So Boxem's done. We are still listing over here on the right. Maybe one of these days we'll get to make money on Amazon and get back to sourcing more products. For now, we're still entering information and waiting for loading screens and checking way too many random boxes. Oh, and it's another loading screen. Okay, cool. Let's get back to making money together, right? So Boxem also tracks your most important inventory stats, right? So it's going to track your total SKUs, both in and out of stock. So you can see which products you might want to restock, which ones you got a lot left of, that kind of thing. It shows you your in-stock quantity and expected sales volume. So that's going to say, hey, you've got 5,000 units left in stock. On those 5,000 units, you're expected to make 400,000 in revenue, right? Hopefully, all you guys will be getting to those kind of numbers one day. And it also shows you that total in stock buy cost as well. So you can just kind of know how much of my money do I actually have invested in Amazon. It helps you just kind of based on how much I have in stock, how much do I need to be selling, keep my keep the dollars rolling, keep those sales rolling, right? So like we wanted to stress, right? So this is for sellers, by sellers. You guys get to mold the way the software runs. You guys get to get it on the ground floor today. You get to see all this kind of stuff that we've built for you, right? And the other problem is that a lot of the tools on the market don't even let you list items directly through the platform. So we went through a lot of work to make sure you can do everything through Boxem, no switching back to Amazon Seller Central and back. A lot of them don't even have shipment capabilities to begin with, or the ones that do just cost simply way more, right? And we want to build the ultimate tool for you guys, right? So Boxem's going to save you a ton of clicks, a ton of useless features. It's going to save you all these endless loading screens. It allows you to do custom SKUs for tracking all the variable SKU, all that kind of stuff that I know a lot of you guys like to do. It lets you list above the buy box like we're talking about, lets you print those box labels, lets you speed up your processes with 2D barcodes. And at the end of the day, it's going to be much cheaper than the solution you might already be using, right? This is all at a fraction of the cost of the competitors. So more money for inventory, more time to do whatever you want. And this is one thing we touched on, but I want to show you this in more detail. And we're going to do an LTL shipment using 2D barcodes as well, because Boxem gives you these 2D barcodes at a fraction of the cost that you would before, right? So I want to do a little roll call. We did a little bit of talking about 2D barcodes, but how many of you guys had like heard about 2D barcodes? I don't even know what it is. If it was a 1, a 2, if you like heard about it before, not really sure like what's going on, or 3, if you use them all the time and you just, you want a cheaper way to do it and an easier way to use it, right? So let me know in the chat if you're a 1, 2, or 3 on the 2D barcodes. A lot of 1s. Yeah, that was me. And up until very recently, we were kind of implementing this stuff, playing around with it, making it much easier, much more affordable than before. And yeah, I've been loving it. Pretty much all 1. So I'm very excited to get to introduce you guys to 2D barcodes here. Sweet. So let's go ahead and hop in. And so, yeah, so it's a little bit of stuff we talked about. 2D barcodes, we can kind of get those inventory checks into Amazon faster. Amazon knows what's in the box, helps you stay organized in your box content processes. There's less likelihood that you're going to mess stuff up in the box content step. You can submit those boxes to Amazon faster. You guys saw how fast it was. It took like literally 30, 45 seconds a second ago. And we also have less prep works, right? So existing 2D barcode software at a minimum are 40% more expensive than Boxem. And some of them are even double what Boxem is, right? A lot of them have less features. You can't see your sales, all that kind of stuff. They're just plain ugly. Boxem's nice to look at, right? So let's stop beating around the bush on that kind of stuff, and let's make an LTL pallet shipment together too. So a lot of you guys who might be more serious sellers, who are actually crushing the game, let me know in chat if you're a wholesale seller who's crushing the game and you're excited to dive in with 2D barcodes with us here together. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard here, and let's go ahead and create an LTL shipment together, right? So let's just make testing LTL. I'm going to go a little bit faster through this. You guys kind of know what's going on here. And so let's go ahead and store that kind of stuff. And then we'll also print our FBA labels right there. So a couple of you guys are doing some LTL shipment. I love to see it. So a couple of you saying, I wish. That's awesome. I love the energy. Keep pushing towards in your Amazon business. So let's create this shipment together. I'm going to do something that is probably familiar to some of you really hustling Amazon sellers here. So let's go for some Celsius energy drink, right? So Celsius, we all know it and love it if you're an Amazon seller. Let's go ahead and type some of these in, and we're shipping in a pallet of these energy drinks off to Amazon, right? It can be whatever that you're shipping off to Amazon. And so I'm going to go ahead and do an LTL case pack shipment here as well. So let's go ahead and say we got 200 quantity. We got 100 in each case. Let's just use our testing supplier here, our date purchased. And this is where we would want that expiration date. So we can go, 2 years in the future, a year in the future, whatever it says on those cans. I'm just going to go ahead and use that as our product right there. Let's go ahead and dive in. And sweet. So we're going to go ahead and ship off 200 of these to Amazon via LTL. So we're going to submit this off to Amazon as well. Bang, we got it nice and submitted there. So let's go ahead and dive in. Amazon said, hey, we want 2 different shipments out of this. Let's go ahead and punch it in there. I saw somebody asking about buy cost. That was in the just that normal process where we were looking at there. And this is where I want to show you guys the bulk assign feature, right? So bulk assign right here, this lets us split a bunch of something that we have into a bunch of equal boxes, right? So especially as you guys scale your business, so you got something you're able to go super deep on. Let's go ahead and say we've got 5 units per boxes. And obviously, since we have 100 of these, we're going to do 20 boxes right there. That weighs about 50 pounds. These are about 10 pounds each. And so, yeah, let's just go ahead and save that right there. You can also save and print those labels right there. I don't want it to print like 20 labels next to me right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip that process for this part of the demo. We can also print our pallet labels, which I will do over here because that's going to print out over on my printer as well. You can see we got those pallet labels where you just slap those on all 4 sides of the pallet. Standard LTL shipment type stuff, especially if you guys have ever done that. And hopefully you'll grow into that very soon. Same deal with all the printer settings and all that kind of stuff. But the bulk assign feature is going to save me so much time. I'm so excited to have you guys kind of play around with that and save some time with that. Let's go ahead and just continue on, and I'll show you how to actually submit this to Amazon. So you saw that time, like there actually was like a fraction of a second on the loading screen. So and we're already kind of submitting that stuff to Amazon. So say it's 30 pounds. These are 1,000 pounds. I did a little bit of research before. These are 10 pounds each, so it's 1,000 pounds. Let's go ahead and add that pallet right there. Our contact name, we are Walter White, of course, in this parallel demo universe. We're going to go with walter@boxem.com. Your contact phone number, whatever it is right there. We also estimate your freight class. So if you're doing LTL, that can be a pretty helpful thing. Type in your declared value. So whatever you expect the revenue on those items to be, you can dive in there. And let's go submit and get shipping charges right there. This is going to be part of the typical LTL shipment testing. Basically, when you do this, we're going to go ahead and get a bill of lading from Amazon after we get this charge, right? So if I accept shipping charges here, I don't want a big truck to show up at a fictional address in New Mexico, so I'm not going to accept those charges right now. But when we do, it's basically going to say, hey, as long as this is within 24 hours, here's your bill of lading. You could submit it and go ahead and start talking to your carrier about that product, basically, right? Chat's popping. I'm loving the reaction here, guys. That's awesome. So we just go ahead and accept that, continue on. And yeah, that's basically making an LTL shipment with Boxem, right? So it's much, much easier than before. We don't really have to, worry about all the kind of lots of the hard work of creating that LTL shipment before. I did one way back in the day. It was way more steps. And
Y'all like that? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you guys are rocking with that. My favorite part is being able to print the box labels in advance and not needing to write 20 shoes and 17. I spent so much time writing on boxes back in the day. And luckily now we don't have to do that anymore because you can print the box labels as you're doing the FNC labels as well. That and then the bulk assign, not needing to create each individual box, literally just hitting bulk assign, putting in the number of boxes, dimension of the boxes, bang, everything done immediately.
Yeah, somebody's asking about profit and loss, that kind of stuff. Like we show that all on the dashboard. We show those that revenue, the fees, the profit, all that kind of stuff. And awesome.
Now on to the fun stuff, guys. Right? What does Boxem actually cost, and how do I start using it? Right? Well, tonight, my friends, from now through 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, you can get early access before we close it off. We want to get all of our day one supporters here and give you guys a chance to support us from the get-go. And so this is our early access offer. Pricing will never be this cheap, right? And we want to make sure our tight-knit community is taken care of before launching publicly, right? That's why we spent all week promoting it to you guys. We want to give you guys the cheapest pricing possible. We want to emphasize this is a community-driven tool. We want to put in what you guys want to see in it. We want to make it easier for you guys to run your businesses, buy the numbers, send more shipments to Amazon quick, grow your business, and find more freedom, right? When you join Boxem today to start saving lots of time over the outdated Amazon workflow, or to start saving lots of money over the overpriced and clunky tools you might already be using, you'll pay as little as $33 a month billed annually. That's right. You know what other shipment tools cost. You can get Boxem for as little as $33 a month billed annually. That's less than half the monthly cost of competitors. We're here to provide the best solutions and save the community money. It's boxem.com/launch if you want to take advantage. You can also get early access to Boxem before public launch at a discounted rate on boxem.com. And that's going to lock you in for a big discount, early access, and price hike community for a year with the monthly plans, right? Important. The annual deal expires when the launch party ends after the Q&A, right? And early access to Boxem free trials expires tomorrow night as well, right? So now for Q&A on everything Boxem, right? But first, going to do a little Boxem early access, frequently asked questions, as I know what some of you guys are thinking, right? So how do you set up your Boxem account with Amazon? So obviously you have to sync your account over to Amazon. Once you take advantage of the offer we're giving you guys tonight or get a free trial, you're going to go through the process of syncing your Amazon account. It can take up to 24 hours. As you guys know from trying this with other tools as well, it takes a little while to sync all your data over to Amazon and get started making shipments, right? Does Boxem get more expensive the more I sell? No. Other tools similar to Boxem, they do charge you more the more you're selling. Boxem does not. How can I connect with other Boxem users? A great place to start is in the chat of the launch party right now. Literally how Warner and I met a couple years ago is we just followed each other on social media, got on Zoom calls together, and started working together, and it made it a lot of fun. So you want to find other sellers, in your local area or in the chat here, right? We're also going to be doing local meetups with the Boxem community as well, and we're going to have the Boxem community group that's going to be launched soon, right? How do I learn to use Boxem? So we've been keeping it a secret for a while, right? But we're going to be showing you guys in tutorials starting tomorrow. You're also going to get a tutorial sent to you that shows exactly what Warner showed you guys tomorrow to your email. And we have a help center at boxem.com and an amazing support staff that's prepared to help you maximize Boxem and save a bunch of time and money on your Amazon business, right? What features are you working on? So obviously, we are predominantly a shipment tool right now. We are working on analytics as well. We're going to be bringing out FBM listing, a review requester. We're going to be bringing out a restocking tool, and whatever you guys want us to add. We pride ourselves in being as close as possible with the Amazon community. That's why we do the live streams. That's why we did the launch party, because we've gotten so much from you guys, and we want this tool to be exactly what you guys need. So we want to make it very clear. We want to hear your feature requests, right? The same way we want to save you guys time and money, we want to add to this tool and make your guys' lives easier as Amazon sellers, right? What business models work with Boxem? Anything you can sell on Amazon. Retail arbitrage, wholesale. It even makes sense for private label, right? Online arbitrage like Warner and I predominantly do as well. Unfortunately, hopefully we don't have any Amazon automation peeps on it as well, but you guys know how that goes. But retail arbitrage, wholesale, private label, online arbitrage, everything makes sense. Anyone who's shipping out procs to Amazon FBA. Right? I just started selling. Should I still try Boxem? Yes, if you want to save a ton of time and not be confused like crazy by Amazon Seller Central, and you can try Boxem completely free right now, so there's really no risk on your end, just at boxem.com in the early access period before tons of other sellers that aren't here with us on launch right now, right? When does the early bird pricing end? But in terms of taking advantage of a free trial right now or the other annual plan, you can do that through tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can literally try Boxem completely free, guys, just using the free trials right there. Right? Where can I find Boxem updates? You can follow at Boxem on all platforms. Come on. You guys know that Twitter and that Instagram ad is so crazy right there. It's just at Boxem on all platforms.